you know, I don't know. I don't know why I'm here. I don't know why. I don't know why I exist or where I was ever born. Seems like all I ever do is disappoint people and use resources and just do nothing but be a fucking waste of oxygen. I'm 18 and I've hated myself for as long as I can remember. It's been really bad. I constantly compare myself to people, and I constantly see myself as less than others. I was born to two young parents. Um, my mom was 18 when I was born. My dad was 20. They were both drug addicts back then and now. Um, they've never been in my life. Right now, I live with my grandmother on my dad's side, and it's only me and her, and it's been that way for 11 years. Like I said, I never lived with my parents. They couldn't take care of me. They were doing drugs and all that. So I lived with my grandparents on my mom's side up until I was 7 years old. And when I lived with them, they would neglect me, lock me outside of the house, wouldn't let me come back in, um, beat me, you know, all of that. And then when I was 7 one day, they dropped me off here at my grandma's house and just left. Didn't say a thing. Come to find out, they dropped me off because they weren't making child support money for me anymore. And didn't care anymore. I meant nothing to them if I didn't give them any money. Dropped me off, and they never contacted me again, got a hold of me. I've lived in the same place, like I said, for 11 years. They never came back for me, never came to see me, never called me. A lot of shit has happened. A lot has happened. I have had a weight problem since I was about 10 years old. I was addicted to video games back then, and I would game a lot, and it was my escape. I gamed too much, and I ended up gaining weight from it. All I would do is sit in my room and play games and eat and do nothing but sleep, eat, and play video games. I'm not a gamer anymore. They don't really bring me. Games don't bring me any joy. I haven't found joy in video games since I was 15. But anyways, so I feel like I always had a hard time focusing in school, and procrastinating. I just could not focus on what the teacher was saying, and I couldn't bring myself to do homework or just the work in school. I couldn't focus. I couldn't pay attention, and I didn't have any motivation to do anything. And then I also skipped school a lot, and that caused me to fail 2 school grades. And so at the beginning of this school year, the one that just ended, I was still in school. I'm not in school anymore, but I was in school just back in September. I was in 10th grade when I was supposed to be in 12th grade. And the whole year went on with me not doing my work and slacking and skipping school up until February. When I said I'm not going anymore. I'm done, because I was about to fail 3 grades, and I said, I can't do this anymore. I said, it's over. I guess I'm going to be a dropout. So I had to drop out of school. I dropped out because not only was I done and I just wasn't going to pass again, and I figured there was no point, we also were really bad financially. Our financial situation is terrible back then, and it still is. We can barely afford anything. So, like I said, I dropped out, and then for 2 months, I did nothing. I had no job, didn't go to school. I just sat at home and did the same thing over and over, just rotted away. Kept thinking, kept rotting away, just sat there until April. In early April, when I turned 18, in early April, um, my girlfriend's stepdad said, "You're 18 now, you're a legal adult, and you can come work with me." He works construction, basically. He's a general contractor. He does everything labor. Like, he does asphalt, he does, concrete, drywall, everything. And so I did. And so he brought me with him to his work, and I worked with him for a month. Now, that month was grueling. I don't know if anybody's worked construction or any labor job in that sense, but it's not easy. It's hard on your mental health and your body, probably more or less your body. But for me, my body and my mental health, I'm already a fragile-minded person, meaning I already have fragile emotions. I'm very emotional, and I'm very sensitive, and I'm very, in my head a lot. So, um, while I was there, one of the coworkers, won't name any names, one of the coworkers was always on me, and he would cuss me out and say I wasn't doing enough, even though I was busting my ass, and would just insult me, harass me. Um, and I couldn't do that anymore, so I quit. You know, I wasn't able to be home. I had to stay at um, one of my coworkers' houses just to go to work. I was only home like one day out of the week, um, and I worked like all day, every day, 12 hours in the sun. So physical labor, away from everybody I know. I had to quit after a month. I couldn't take it anymore, so I quit. And then just 2 weeks later, my grandma was pressing me, "You gotta get a job. We're bad on money. You need to be doing something." So I went, and I got a fast food job. See, look, this is my McDonald's shirt. It's where I work, McDonald's. It's where I've been working for 3 months now. I don't see, I don't see what the point of me being here is. I don't see what impact I have on the world. What do I do for the world? I dropped out of high school. I work a fucking fast food job every day, like all day, all week. That's my full-time job, a fast food job. And I don't do anything fun. All I do is work. I don't have a vehicle. I can't afford it. I have my license. I did. I got my license on June 27th. I can't afford a vehicle though. So there's no point in me having a license. I can't drive myself anywhere. We can't afford our bills. I can't afford to treat myself to anything. Literally all I do is wake up, work, sleep, repeat. And even then I don't have enough money to do anything. So my question is, what's the point? Is this the life? Is this? Am I supposed to be happy with this? Am I supposed to be happy with not having enough money to barely live? Am I supposed to be happy with having to work my ass off every single day, um, and still suffer? Am I supposed to be happy with working and then coming home and then and still not being able to rest? Am I supposed to be happy with going to sleep every night and waking up exhausted and then repeating over and over and over? Really, I am supposed to be happy with this. This is supposed to make me content. Hmm. Life sucks. Life sucks really bad. I don't know where mom is. I haven't talked to my mom in 2 years. My dad, I do see my dad every once in a while, but my dad is a hardcore drug addict. And every time I'm with him, he steals from me because he needs money for drugs. And he steals from my grandma because he needs money for drugs.